Welcome, Gunners! Welcome to the legacy!
Staying calmer.
It's getting more experienced, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, every year you're in the job, I think you learn more, without doubt. The criticism is he's got the best squad in the league. You know, he's got a good group of players now. He's been in the job a long time. He's been unlucky with some top teams. Now, I don't think there's top teams in the league now. I think Manchester City aren't the Manchester City of old. Liverpool aren't. Manchester United aren't, you know, what they've been. Chelsea the same. I think there's a lack of quality in the top areas, and the bar's been set really high in the past few years.
Consistency is not quite there, is it?
And I think now is a real opportunity for Arsenal. If it doesn't go through, if they don't get it over the line, there's going to be more questions asked.
But with that in mind, should Arsenal be further ahead, do you think, with the tools that they've got and the squad that they've got, as Peter says, the best in the league?
Well, I mean, look, just at the weekend, Ødegaard, Saka weren't available. You know, suddenly they're back from the bench, and you're always playing a little bit of catch up. You know, there's another surgery for another player in the midfield. Marino got injured again, and he's broken his foot. He's out. So they're big losses.
Right, Rob, let's talk title race then. And Arsenal just 4 points ahead of Manchester City after that 1-1 draw at Brentford last night. Bigger picture, having looked at the game, is that a point gained or 2 points dropped?
2 points dropped, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. When you look at Arsenal, where they are, where they arrive, and being top of the league and top of the Champions League, and let's face it, the best team in the country right now, based on form and how they play in every single game, their consistency, they're the best team. Or they're the team to beat. Yeah, of course, Liverpool are the champions, and City are City, incredible team. But you have to say that when you play in Brentford and you're Arsenal and you're top of the league, you should beat Brentford. That's very clear. And when you draw against Brentford and you're trying to win the Premier League title, 2 points lost. So we could be in a couple of months' time looking back at that result and thinking maybe that's where the disruption was. Now, both teams, I think City and Arsenal, I think those two will be the two at the top at the end. But those two, I think, will have some inconsistent results over the next couple of months. For Arsenal, you just hope that wasn't the start of 2 or 3 bad results, because let's face it, and it's weird because in the last few weeks, in the last maybe 3 weeks or so, 3.5 weeks, every week I'm like, okay, Arsenal will win it now. Then City, then City will come back.
Yeah.
Then no, Arsenal will. I did say at the start of the season that Manchester City, for me, were the title favourites. So if I was going to pick one to win the title, at the beginning, I said Manchester City. But I've been so impressed by this Arsenal team this season. Yes, it's been up and down, but the consistency and the levels that they've reached, and also they've added the quality players to their squad. I've just been so impressed by Arsenal this season.
Do you think that the biggest thing that could hold Arsenal back from winning the Premier League this season is the psychological scarring that everyone seems to say must be there because they've come second 3 times in a row, and the nervousness of the fans, and every time Arsenal drop points, the story in the media is, oh, Arsenal, are they going to bottle it again? Is it about how you handle that and getting over that psychological pressure? Is that the big thing that's either going to win Arsenal the Premier League or not?
Absolutely, yeah. Because when you look at the 4 points clear and where they are, you know, we're in middle February. You have now got to turn it on, and your psychology of it has to be, let's go win it. There's pressures. Those pressures are going to be outside noises, all of these things. But I think Arsenal are capable of handling that. The biggest thing is themselves, Arsenal. Only they could win the title, and only they could lose the title.
Do you think the previous experiences then, do you think they actually are good when you come to do it again, or are they a burden because you think about the near misses? Or do you think coming into this season, it's made them stronger? Which of those two do you think it might be?
Oh, I think it's absolutely made them stronger. Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, it's the only way that I see it is, you look at the last 5 years, and a few years ago, they were nowhere near ready for the title. Maybe the second season that Mikel Arteta was involved. No way. Even the third season, you didn't believe that Arsenal could win a title. The last 2 seasons, you would start to believe slowly, and that's the remarkable job that Mikel Arteta has done. He's had the time, he's been given the time, but also he's changed the culture of the football club to become title contenders. They're firmly title contenders. And I believe that they've got a blank space at the training ground with the Premier League trophy that when they win it, they'll put it in there. I mean, we'll have to see that, but that's what I believe. This season, it's now faced with, can Arsenal just do it themselves, and can they win the title or not? And I believe it's going to be purely down to them, because listen, when you achieve great things and when you big titles or whatever, not just Premier League, I just mean in general, most things that you go and achieve that are brilliant, and you think, when you look back and you think, how did we do that? 9 times out of 10, it's filled with absolute persistence, consistency, and pure drive to go and win the title. That's what Arsenal need to do now.
I don't know, you could be going all the way down to the wire.
It will do. I'm saying it's going down to the last 2 games.
Okay, I hope not. It's not good for my ticket, that. Right, stay with us. We've got a lot more on the way.
But simple answer is yes, because look at the difference last year. You felt that nobody was really, and even if they scored one, they weren't getting another one last season. This season, it's as if Liverpool can concede 2 or 3 at any moment in the game. And that's been the difference. And one of them, the detail, is when you look at it, that in possession, the out of possession, and the transitions. The other one is the set pieces. When you look at the set pieces, and when he looks at all those different areas, he says, okay, well, what's going on here? Now, it's based on Premier League football and European football. Premier League football is much more in the air now and much more set piece focused. So there's a lot more pressure going on Liverpool in those areas. And that's why they're not being able to handle it. So I'm sure in the dressing room with Van Dijk and Konate and Alisson, all the top players and the voices in that dressing room are saying, let's do better. Because you have to do better. Because you're title contenders or the champions, and we're trying to do something in the Premier League. But this area, that set piece area, is way below what the level should be.
Well, they've conceded the most in the Premier League, and they have the second worst differential in terms of how many they score and how many they concede, as opposed to Arsenal, who are top of that list. So now, this season, is slot right. Can you not win the Premier League title the way that Premier League's been played at the moment unless you're very good at set pieces?
I think it's just one area. It's not the area. I know Arsenal have got a reputation of the set pieces, but because they're so good in all the areas, I think we underestimate Arsenal and just say, I think it's a bit lazy and non-detailed if you just say Arsenal just score on set pieces, because they score on set pieces because they put you under pressure in every area. In possession, out of possession, brilliant. So when it gets to a set piece, they're brilliant at that. So they find whichever way to score. Liverpool, you can't win a title if you're very, very poor on set pieces, because the difference is, in a game that maybe you have to win, you're 1-0 up, you're 2-0 up, and now psychologically you'll probably go and win the game, or you're 1-0 down and sometimes 2-0 down, and all of a sudden we've got to find a way to get 3 goals. That's way harder. You're going to lose most games in that way. So right now, Liverpool is struggling in that area. They have to find a solution for it, because it's way below the level that should be.
Well, the main thing now is just to come in the top 5, which we think will get you into the Champions League. It's not a given, but it's going that way like it was last season. If Liverpool do not qualify for the Champions League, will Slot be there next season?
I think it'd be very, very difficult, because, let's face it, Arne Slot will know that his priority, his, remit to what the job is you have to be in the Champions League. And just same as Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta, you have to be in the Champions League. You have to be one of the top 3 and 4 title contenders. It'll be very difficult next season, or at the end of the season, if Liverpool are not in the Champions League, because Liverpool are a Champions League team. Let's face it, that's the level that they should be at. So anything below that is below the level that Liverpool should be at.
It's going to be a real bum fight, isn't it? You sense that one of Liverpool, Man United and Chelsea will probably miss out on Champions League, which would be massive.